know, we are the chosen generation. In case you never know, we heading to the call of our past heroes. Monsters are killing us, pressing silent, but we know that this is war. Everybody know, them know, you know. And we know, they don't want us to be free, cause we got it all. Part of this is deceiving, and then we go. Every inch and every mile, they think we never go. Cause we need our freedom. We want our freedom. Give us our freedom. We demand our freedom. Tell the Babylon say, Jano, Jano. Tell the Babylon say, Hona, Hona. No more turning back. Let me know. No more turning back. No matter what I want to say. Can't stop the motion, motion. Cause this is revolution. From the beginning of time, suffering and tribulation, yeah. Marginalization and lies. They never wanna see us survive. The government, they always steal and kill. They wanna blow the candlelight of generations young. I feel the pain, but I believe it later then. Biafra, the sunshine of life. Say no place like home. No place like home. Yeah, yeah. No turning back, no going back, no turning back till we take our home back. Freedom, we want our freedom. Give us our freedom. We taking our freedom from the evil men. I know you know that never fail. Go tell all of them now. This is revolution. Go tell all of them now. Me sing again. I say me sing again. Cause this is revolution. I said this is revolution. Say moonlight sing a song and say, yes, it's all we want. It's all we need. Yeah, I cannot express as I want. Yeah. It's better for us to die as heroes than for us to live our lives as a coward.
All right. Welcome to the program. This is Biafra Television Europe. Today is the 3rd day of December 2024. We are coming live to you. The time now here is approximately 12:35 p.m. from Biafra land. Thank you. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist Mazi Msduabuchi. I am from Ndia Boys na Nnamdi. Nnamdi is a local government in Nigeria province, Biafra land. We move. Share the program very, very wide. Invite others. Make sure that you notify others to join us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB leader. He is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement since 2021, that June, that Nigeria government kidnapped him from Kenya down to Nigeria. That is extraordinary rendition. He is still incarcerated. Nigerian DSS have violated his fundamental rights multiple times, even going against several court orders related to the violation of his fundamental human rights. But DSS of the Nigerian state that is illegally keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they keep on disobeying these court orders. And that is why we are presenting this very matter, this very moment from Biafra Television Europe. Today is, in case today is your first day of joining us or coming to Biafra Television Europe, you are highly welcome. IPOB is championing the freedom for the Biafran people through self-determination approach, demanding for referendum for the Biafran people so that the people can decide, having found ourselves in a place where we are being caged in and we are always the target. We are not welcome in a place where they call Nigeria, and we cannot pick up arm and say we want to leave or we are fighting Nigerian state. What IPOB demands for is referendum, so that the people will decide if they will continue with the mess we are into. It shall be the decision of the people, because the elders we have met here and that are still living have no reason or anything to present to us to say this was our reason of joining Nigeria, or this was why we are in Nigeria. Nobody can give us any account. Nobody can tell us how we are found here. We just saw ourselves in a place where we are hated, and they still call us people of one country. And we continue to say that only referendum can solve this problem, because we cannot be forced into a place where we are not wanted. Forceful unity cannot stand while IPOB have come. So many other people can accept this very forceful unity, but because our life is involved every day, we have decided that referendum should be granted to the people of the East, so that we can decide the invasion of our homes by Fulani herdsmen. We can decide the raping of our mothers by Fulani herdsmen sponsored by the Nigerian state, so that we can decide the disobedient to court orders related to our people, and so many other injustices. It shall be in our hand to decide. This very generation of Biafra must decide where they should belong to. Arresting and detaining, killings, illegal detention of IPOB family members, and invasions of Biafran communities by the Nigerian army, Nigerian police cannot stop us. This very continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop us, because we have come to restore Biafra in peaceful manner, which is referendum. Anybody supporting Nigerian state against IPOB, against the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu, that person should check himself very well, because what IPOB presented is not war. What IPOB presented is a universal law, self-determination. It is a universal law. It has nothing to relate with war. It is Nigerian state that took the case of self-determination and had the self-determination agitation and handed it over to the army. That was where they got it wrong. IPOB came with self-determination, and instead of them to call us as we were calling for, we say we are open for negotiation, round table, which is discussion for referendum, how it will be, so that our people decide the destruction of their farmland by cows. All we saw from the Buhari's government in 2015 was arresting of Kanu. Yes, you may arrest him to discuss with him. But the next thing we saw during the peaceful protest of IPOB family members in Biafra land was excessive force, killings, extrajudicial killings of IPOB family members protesting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was to say, the case of self-determination was handed over to the military to handle, which was very, very wrong. Civil defense have never approached IPOB in any protest. It is always police, army, with AK-47 shooting us live. A people that presented self-determination. People that presented self-determination. We came with campaign. We don't go to robbery. We don't steal. We don't destroy. We can only confront you or engage you in argument. And we are always ready, waiting for you to defeat us. And the only way to defeat IPOB is through referendum. Blackmailing cannot stop us. And we will continue to push peacefully, lawfully, and that will not prevent us from self-defense, which is a natural law and a universal law. We must continue to defend our land, ourselves, lawfully, but we are not fighting under armed struggle. What we demand for is referendum, and that is the offense of Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu. And today, we are presenting the issue of IPOB and Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu. Our approach have been peacefully, and since 2015 that this very case of Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu started till today, which is how many years, IPOB remains innocent. Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu remains innocent. And our topic today says Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu and IPOB remains innocent. And that is where we are going to dwell in today. If you have found IPOB guilty of any kind, come and show us. Come and show us. We do not believe in blackmail. After all, blackmailing is always the weapon of the oppressors against the oppressed, so that they will continue to oppress them. That is why the blackmailing of IPOB by the Nigerian state before the globe was not accepted. It was all declined because they knew it is always the weapon of the oppressed. But the fact is, did IPOB do any of these things? The answer is no. Did the Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu do any of these things? The answer is no. Yes, tagging people anything you like, you can call somebody criminal, that is calling. But for the person to commit it is another thing. So Nigeria have called IPOB different names. Nigeria have tried to change the statute of IPOB. Nigeria have tried to change the statute of Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu. Nigeria have tried to deceive some people and try to present IPOB in an ugly manner. But IPOB keep maintaining her peaceful lane. And as it stands now, in 2015, IPOB did not retaliate of any killings of her members by the Nigerian state. In 2016, IPOB did not retaliate. In 2017, the worst one, the invasion of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra's home, Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu, his home, and the killings of people and destructions of properties. The killings of 28 men instantly in the home of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. And the blocking of the main roads, killing our people, diverting the buses, diverting cars, diverting everything inside the bush, killing everybody they see there. And we discover 7 graveyards after this very python dance. And still, IPOB never attacked, not even a police station, police checking point, not even any military or any government. The whole state government in Nigeria, look as governors, that is state governments, headquarters or capitals or headquarters in all the states in Biafra land that Nigerian governors are sitting on was not attacked by IPOB. It is still there. The local government headquarters are still there. So they have nothing IPOB committed. There have never been anything we committed against Nigerian state. Despite all the provocations, they go to community, they abduct our people, they even kill them. During Obibo massacre, there was no retaliation. They even transported our people to the north, took them inside the barracks. They have been under torture for how many years? But the question is, have IPOB been found guilty? The answer is no. Have IPOB committed any offense? The answer is no. So many court orders on the side of IPOB in different courts of Nigeria. It has always been on the favor of IPOB. Because we cannot fight contrary to what we are presenting to the world. We are law abiding and we can never go against any law. Non-IPOB family members have been convicted in Nigeria. None. Every case of IPOB is always victory. We always defeat them because there is nothing you can say IPOB committed. All the IPOB family members that have been arrested by the Nigerian state, there is no single person they will say that this person have ever disclosed to them about how IPOB used to go and kill people, or how IPOB discussed the issue of gun, or IPOB discussed anything. There is no single evidence, nothing. That is to say, we don't engage in those things. We never engage on them. Now, in 2018, Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu reappeared in Israel. We was with him 2019, reaching to 2021. Nigerian state abducted him in Kenya. They brought him back to Nigeria. When they brought Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu back to Nigeria, what we was expecting was the charges that Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu was granted bail on. The charges of treasonable felony and terrorism, which he was granted bail on. High conditional bail with 12 bail conditions. 12 high bail conditions, which Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu met up with the conditions. Our question today is, where are those charges? Where are those charges that Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu was granted bail on? Have you ever seen a case that somebody was charged on particular offenses or charges and was granted bail on those charges, and later, after some years, and the government countered his date of court by invading his house, which he escaped the military assassination attempt, and the federal government went ahead and cut his bail. Listen, they cut his bail, that very high bail condition, upon the invasion of his house by the army. Now we continue. There are things we want the world to pick from here. Those very charges Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu was granted bail on in 2017 in the court of Bintanyako. When he was kidnapped from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria in 2021 and was charged to court, those very earlier charges disappeared automatically. Are you getting it? Remember that those very charges are in a warrant. Remember that the particular warrant was the warrant granted bail. Now they cut the bail. Now, when Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu was brought back to Nigeria, what we were seeing was, and it are still amended count charges, amended count charges, amended count charges. And these very amended count charges has nothing to do with the period of years that Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu was accused of treason and terrorism and was granted bail on. Remember what? Let me explain what I mean. These very amended count charges, I know where I'm hitting here. I want to revive the mindset of our people and the world. These very amended count charges of the Nigerian state by Malami, extended to this very current one in 2021, has nothing to do with the 2015, 2016, 2017 that Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu was accused by the Buhari's government and was charged for treason and terrorism. What do I mean? I will give example. Let me just pick a one charge out of the 15 amended count charges against Mazi Msduabuchi Kanu, though it was thrashed in the Federal High Court. 7 trashed in Federal High Court, 8 was also destroyed in appeal court. So those charges was destroyed, but there are things we want to pick here and connect it with the warrant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail on, because it was a warrant. A warrant. That warrant had not been condemned. If that today, after this analysis, if that warrant does not exist, then it means that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing currently are new warrant. Is a new warrant. You will understand that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing today is new warrant, because you cannot give somebody charge what is it? Let me just analyze before we get to that place. Now, the count 3 of the 15 amended count charges. Listen, this was somebody that was granted bail in 2017. Listen to the date, the period of years I will mention in these charges, in this very particular count 3. The same with others. It is only one that is different. Only one out of the 15 amended count charges. It is only one that was taken from the old warrant. Only one, and that is the count 15 of the 15 amended count charges, which was talking about transmitter. That very transmitter that is not even any offense. That very transmitter that is not any offense in any country, right? Is the only thing, the only charge Nigerian state picked from the old warrant. That is the only charge they picked from the old warrant that Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail and added in these very new charges, which is a new warrant. I will explain. I will prove that these are new warrants. Nnamdi Kanu is facing new warrants, and those charges in those new warrants have been destroyed already. As it stands now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains innocent. Let us analyze. That you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, that's count 3 of the 15 amended count charges, says that you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from Umuahia, Umuahia North, Abia State, from 2018, okay, yes, from 20, I can recite it, that you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from Umuahia North, Abia State, from 2018 to 2021. Are you getting it? A man that was granted bail in 2017. He was kidnapped from Kenya. Then look at the period of year of the warrant, the charge they are adding to him. Amended count charges. It is off. It is completely off. From the, if you want to amend charges, you will amend it within those period of years. Any amendment of charge outside those period of years of accusation, that is a new warrant. That is a new warrant. Any amendment of charge should be in the period of 2015, 2016, 2017. You can amend attempted murder to manslaughter or to murder. That is amendment. It should be in the period of that year. If you want to amend the terrorism, you can amend it. It will still be there. It will still be there. That's when you are accusing him of. That's when you granted him bail. And that is when you accuse him of these things. These very additional things is a separate matter, which if Nigeria want to bring it as a new warrant, we will know. It has nothing to connect with the old warrant they are accusing Nnamdi Kanu of. And this old warrant was the reason why he was kidnapped from Kenya. And what they told the world is that he should come and stand his trial, get my point, and coming to stand this very trial on the reason why they went to his house to kill him. What we saw are charges that is not even bothering the period of years they accused Nnamdi Kanu of. And they told the world that he jumped bail. He refused to come and stand his trial. But when they kidnapped him to stand this very trial, what we saw are charges that does not relate with the initial charges he was granted bail on. That is to say, Nigeria deceived the world. That is to say, Nigeria is a criminal country. Because had Nnamdi Kanu been afraid of any charges, Why is Nigeria not bold enough to present those charges? They said Nnamdi Kanu was not able to stand. He was afraid to stand those charges. He ran away. Where are those charges? What did we hear? Listen again. Count 3 of the 15 amended charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, though all of them have been trashed, 7 trashed by the legal counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the Federal High Court of Court Bintanyako, and the 8th was trashed by the Appeal Court of Nigeria on the 13th of October 2022, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted. That is to say, all those current charges upon 15 of them have been trashed. But there are things we want to pick here. Let us go again. That you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from Afaruku, from Umuahia North local government, Abia State, professed, okay, from 2018, just pick the date, just pick that year, it will connect you to what I am saying. Though they study law, we did not study law, that we are human beings. We have common sense. We are human beings. Our people treat matters at home. Everything, there is nothing we don't do in our home, apart from the government. So we know things. Now let us continue. You professed. Remember that, in other words, profess means claimed. So that you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, claimed to be a member, stroke leader of a proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. Now you ask yourself, was this the reason why his house was attacked? Are you understanding? Now I ask, was this charge in the charges he was granted bail on? Was this charge among the charges in the warrant he was granted bail on? The answer is no. Now, is this charge I read now, that is the period of year between 2015 and 2017? The answer is no. How come it is an amended charges, but the period of years is completely off from the period of years they told the world that Nnamdi Kanu have charges that he is afraid to come and stand? How come when you kidnap him and brought him back to Nigeria in 2021, all the charges against him borders from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021? There are no charges bordering 2015, 2016, 2017 that they told the world that Nnamdi Kanu refused to come and sign his fire. And the question now is, where are those charges you said he was afraid to come and stand? Where are those charges? It disappeared. We are always innocent. And at this very point in time, we are innocent. Excuse me, let me sip some water. I think we are connecting it. I think people can understand. We told them that Gowon is afraid, the British is afraid to go to court with us. That's why they told Gowon, go and kill them. Because if you arrest Ojukwu, he will defeat you. The Abuja Accord agreement will come out in the open, in the public. This time around, they still want to kill Nnamdi Kanu so that they cannot stand with him in court. But it fell. Now this time around, they brought him back to Nigeria and started bringing amendment of charges, 5 amended charges that have nothing to do with 2015, 2016, and 2017. Another one, 7 amended charges, has nothing to do with 2015, 2016, 2017. And another one that they completed the 15 amended charges has nothing to do. Only one, 15 of the 15 amended charges is the only one they pick from the old warrant. Did you understand? So what we are presenting here is to continue to expose the Nigerian state, because IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu remains innocent. The war we are fighting is a war of no blame, and we have maintained it. And as it stands now, Nnamdi Kanu is an innocent man, and there is no ground to hold him. If there is any ground, that is to say, the charges against Nnamdi Kanu should border between 2015, 2016, and the 2017. Not when you accuse him, you say he jumped bail. Now you cut his bail. Now, when you kidnap him from Kenya, coming to your court to see those charges you said that he is afraid to come and stand. We didn't see those charges again. What we saw was NSAS, a charge that said you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, incited members of the public through a radio heard and received under the jurisdiction of this court, which you don't have any jurisdiction to even try it. Do you understand? But this was part of the charges. What are they saying? He incited members of the public, and Nnamdi does not lead members of the public. He leads Indigenous People of Biafra, IPO, an organization registered. Are you understanding? And that was NSA. They said he incited members of the public to destroy government properties and transport company in Lagos. And when we challenge it in court, we exposed them that, and we presented to the court that Mazi Msduabuchi list IPOB, not members of the public. Now they went back and said that he incited members of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra. And at the end, Mazi Msduabuchi is not, and IPOB is not the people that carry on NSAS. That one died. That's what we have been seeing, unknown gunmen. And you ask them, was it unknown gunmen that started 2020, which Uzodinma is the originator? That's why he was imposed on the people of Imo, so that the Nigerian state will start their unknown gunmen in Imo State as a foundation of their criminal gang, which they will use against Nnamdi Kanu when they will kidnap him. That's why they imposed Uzodinma on the people of Imo. He is the originator of unknown gunmen, Hope Uzodinma. The Nigerian state knew about it. But these are charges you saw against Nnamdi Kanu. And you begin to ask them, you attack his house 2017, you cut his bell 2017, you say he jumped bail 2017, and you kidnap him from Kenya 2021, started accusing him of things that happened in 2020, 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. You never touch anything that happened in 2015, 2016, 2017. Why did you avoid it? That is to say, there is nothing to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with. Because had Nigeria had any charges or anything against Nnamdi Kanu, there will be no reason to come with amended count charges that have nothing to do with the period of years he was accused of overthrowing Buhari and also posing a national security threat on the Nigerian state. That's what is it called? Federal Council, Labaran, presented to the Federal High Court, seated by Honorable Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court, Abuja, in 2015. That's what he presented. He said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is using his piracy radio to pose national security threat on the Nigerian state. But to mention the location of the radio, they refuse to mention. Which is to say, they have no jurisdiction to try us. In the whole charges against Nnamdi Kanu, you can never hear London. Tell me offense you committed that has no address. Tell me offense you committed that has no particular date. Tell me, if you prepare such charge, it becomes invalid in court. You prepare charges of criminal offense, no date, no location. You can't say this was where it happened. You just told the court that you incited through a radio, had and received under the jurisdiction of this court. Are you talking to idiots? You must mention where the thing happened. And the question is, what happened to the treason charge? What happened to that very charges bordering terrorism of 2015, 2016, 2017? Why do they finally abandon them? Then if it was abandoned, Why do they lie to the world and say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was afraid to come and stand his trial? What are the charges in that warrant? Then, if there are anything that Nnamdi Kanu should avoid in that warrant that you granted him bail on, why did you not present it in this present time? You kidnapped him from Kenya. If there is anything that will be hard for Nnamdi Kanu to stand in court, and Nnamdi Kanu is afraid of that, to stand with to defend himself in court because of those charges, where are those charges? Where are those charges you try to use as an excuse on the reason why you went and killed 28 men? On the reason why you lied to the world that Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail? That Nnamdi Kanu was afraid to come and stand his trial? Where are those charges? Where are those charges he was afraid to stand? Now you understand that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. From 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 till 2022, the government of Buhari started this very matter to stop IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu defeated them in 2015. They refused. In the court of Ademola, he discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally on the 17th of December 2015. Nigerian state refused. They took the case of Nnamdi Kanu to the court of Honorable Justice John Soho. Reaching there, John Soho tried to go on secret trial. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said no to secret trial. John Soho ended up discharging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. The Nigerian state disobeyed again. You must understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB remains innocent. Nigerian state disobeyed again. They took the case of Nnamdi Kanu. We know why we are hitting here, because this is the time Nigerian state is supposed to know that there is no other road. There is no other road, because everything you need to achieve, IPOB have neutralized it. There is no other road. There is no other reason to keep Nnamdi Kanu. That is why we are taking their mindset back, because we are always right. There is no other reason to keep Nnamdi Kanu, and there is no other reason to say no to our referendum. We don't want to force people into Biafra. We don't want to force people out of Nigeria. We want people to decide their citizenship of Nigeria or citizenship of Biafra. That's what we want. Whatever our people will face from now, that is what we want them to decide. We don't want them to complain tomorrow. We don't want them to see that they don't have anybody from here. So we want to prove to them that they have human beings, and we do not want to force them into our ideology. What we do is that Nigerian state must give our people a chance to decide if they will become Nigeria through referendum, or to decide if they will become Biafra. Very simple. Trying to blackmail what we are doing is not the best way, because it will not yet any fruit. Rather, it will make us more stronger, because our people knows the truth. Anything you say IPOB do, maybe you want to attract international community. As for our people, they knew the activities of IPOB. They knew it. Our people are the IPOB. IPOB are not foreigners. Those families have IPOB members that will explain to their people. So we continue. They reach to the court of Ahmed Mohammed. We continue to count the courts. And you tell me what will be your reason to keep taking Nnamdi Kanu to court. Just count these courts. Now we continue. Ahmed Mohammed warned DSS from bringing such case to his honorable court. He told DSS, go and obey the previous court rulings. The ruling of Honorable Justice Ademola and the ruling of Honorable Justice John Soho, that they should go and obey it, and that they should stop bringing this kind of case to this honorable court. I know why I'm touching. Why I am touching here is that we want to see that very what are in those that what the charges in that warrant? Those warrant they say Nnamdi Kanu was afraid he jumped bail. You can see that those charges in that warrant have been severally discharged. Have been severally discharged. Then you begin to ask yourself, which charge is the charge in this very warrant that Nnamdi Kanu will be afraid of and he jumped bail? What are the charges? Charges in that warrant have been discharged from different courts, and they went to the court of Bintanyako, the fourth court. Bintanyako was the fourth court, the fourth judge to handle this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The fourth judge. They handed it over to her, started threatening her, started blackmailing the husband. They now give the husband the charges of fraud to put her into serious siege, to make sure that they use that angle to pressure her to exchange the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu with the freedom of her husband and son. Since then, they have been on the neck of Bintanyako. If not for this, there is no reason for Bintanyako to cut the bail of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to revoke his bail. There's no reason. If not for the threat of the Nigerian state, to her, they threat her personality, they threaten the family, they threaten her job, they threaten her existence in order to make unlawful decision against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bintanyako ended up granting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu high conditional bail equivalent to jail. Equivalent to jail. He will not be in the midst of more than 10 people. He will not address the press. He will not appear before the public. I don't know that kind of bail. 3 men shorty. One must be a senator from his side. One must be a Igbo business billionaire based in Abuja. One must be a Jewish rabbi. What are those things? 100 million naira each for these people. So many other conditions in that bail. They seize his passport. Do you understand? He will not move out of Nigeria. So many conditions, complete, it is 12. When a prince, a judge ruled that a prince will not be in the midst of more than 10 people, and he will still live in that palace. Will he be inside the room? Tell me a palace in Igbo land, you will not see more than 10 people. Tell me. A palace, you go to a palace, you will see more than, not less than 10 people, or you will not see up to 10 people. Maybe they are not around. And you granted a prince bail, he will not be in the midst of more than 10 people. That means you want him to lock himself inside the room. It is equivalent to jail. And you hope he will come to court. Then you granted him bail and say he will not be in the midst of more than 10 people. But inside your court, you have more than 10 people. That's one of the reasons you refuse Nnamdi Kanu from coming to court. You now went to go and kill him. Because you cannot keep more than 10 people inside court, or accommodate more than 10 people inside court, and you bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against the bail you granted him. That is contempt of court by the Nigerian state. But they refused to allow it. They cut off the bail after attacking his house. Now the question is, the current trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all these amended can charges, where do they hook it on? Is it on the old warrant, or is it a new warrant? What are they using to back it up? That's my question. What are they lining it up with the old warrant? I don't know. because it is completely off to be attached to the old warrant. The old, if you want to bring a new warrant, that is amended, if you want to amend charges, I've been in a waiting trial. I faced capital charges, and I stood trial for 4 years, and I was decided and acquitted. Right? Let me just say, within that period of 210, 211, 212, 213, right? I was accused in 2019. Sorry, yes, 2009. Then September, yes. Then you count it, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. 4 years. 2013, October. 22, I was discharged and acquitted. Now, let me just say I was granted bail, not discharged and acquitted. You now come, Attorney General now amended my charges. They now bring amended count charges. They will now bring amended count charges between 2015, 2016, 2017, and you come to court, you say, this is amended count charges. How does it relate with the accusation I was facing? I went to the police and submitted myself by myself. Immediately I had the allegation. I traveled from township and go to the station and submitted myself. So if you amend my charge, the charges against me in that warrant, that is outside the period of years I was accused of, then what is it for? It should be a new warrant. It should not be attached to the old warrant. The amendment of charges should be in the period of years you was accused of. Highest you can amend defilement to only rape. From defilement and rape, you can destroy defilement and allow rape, or you kill rape and allow defilement. Somebody may defile but will not rape. Right? That is amendment of charge. You don't come and bring another charge, another thing from outside the year I was accused of. It should be a new warrant. It should not be attached to that warrant. It is completely off. Completely off. That is to say, what Nnamdi Kanu was facing for how many years now? Currently 3 years now. Should be a new warrant. Let the world know it's a new warrant. You cannot be attaching issues of allegation of 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. You attach it to a charge and a warrant that has charges in it that was granted bail in 2017. You can only amend the charges in that warrant. You don't go and bring another one outside the year, or you bring other charges between the years he was accused of. You can amend breaker entry to burglary and stealing. Attorney General can go and investigate the case file and discover that the house was burgled in the night between 6:30 in the evening, 6:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. Okay, 5:59 a.m. in the morning. From 6:30 in the evening till 5:59 in the morning a.m. They took it as night. Sorry, 5:59. Now, if you break somebody's house from that period, that very time, it is called burglary and stealing. Right? So, the Attorney General may go through the case file and discover that the period, the time that the house was burgled was in the night. And in the charge, they wrote it breaker entry. Breaker entry is in the daytime. So you can only amend this charge. You can amend this charge. Do you understand? You can amend it. Burglary and stealing is equivalent to robbery. You committed it in the night, means that you have a weapon and you have bad intention, that if you meet the owner of the house in that very house, you kill the person. or wound the person. But the daytime is that you saw the person leaving the house, then you went and break it. That is break and entry. So Attorney General of the state and the state matter, if it is federal, it is Attorney General of the Federation, right, can amend the charge on that issue. Murder. They may charge somebody for murder. On the process of the trial, Attorney General, after the investigation, because that's what the magistrate court ruled, the day he was remanded in prison, the magistrate court said that after reading the charge, you pleaded not guilty because it's a capital offense, capital charge, sorry. The magistrate said that as the accused man pleaded not guilty, this honorable court have no power over this case. And the accused man should be remanded to prison custody. And your case file should be transferred to DPP for further investigation. Are you getting it? Further investigation. That is to say, he had the right to amend the charge after the investigation, and your case file should be transferred to DPP. And your barrister may file a motion to the High Court. As court pleases, you have entered awaiting trial. Right? Now, you can, on the process, you was charged for murder. Right? And the person died. Either you fight and the person died, right? Then, after the autopsy result, Attorney General went into it and discovered that it was manslaughter, accident. It was manslaughter. You are not the person that killed the person. They will just charge you manslaughter. It may take after 2 years of trial or 3 years. The next one you will hear in the court from the prosecutor. The message will come from the Attorney General to prosecutor. Prosecutor will present it to the court and say, my lord, here is the amendment of the charge, or the Attorney General, his lordship, have amended the charge from murder to manslaughter. Still bother the period of years of accusation. Still in the same warrant. You cannot accuse me of between 2015, 2016, 2017. Granted me 2017. You started shouting. You come to kill me. I escaped. You told the world I don't bail. I don't want to stand trial. Now you went to Kenya and kidnapped me in 2021. You started bringing charges bordering 2018. You now dodged. You avoided the 2017, 2015, 2016 accusation period of years. Then why is it that you are bringing cases that is off these very years of accusation? Why? That should be a different warrant. Now the world can understand that Mazi Nnamdi and the IPOB remains innocent. There is no ground to try us. There is no ground to try Kanu. That was why Mazi Nnamdi was not arrested. Mazi Nnamdi was not arrested by the UK, which is a citizen too, because Nigeria must write to the UK Secretary on State. And Mazi Nnamdi have up to 10 steps, 10 chances to defend himself as a citizen. That is to say, it will take at least months or a year plus. If you defeat him here, he will still apply. He have 10 chances to apply, up to 8 or 10 chances. But Nigeria have no grant to try him in Nigeria. And the British have no grant to arrest him because he committed no offense. Now, when Mazi Nnamdi came to Kenya, every other country he went to, Nigeria still want to come and kidnap him there. Those countries said no. If we arrest a British citizen, definitely he will return back to UK. They now met in Kenya. Kenya refused to arrest Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi IPOB leader. Do you understand? Kenya refused to arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In case today is your first day, you are watching us from Biafra Television Europe. Biafra Television Europe is owned by IPOB or run by IPOB or sponsored by IPOB. And IPOB is being led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader, is still in detention. and he's leading IPOB to fight for Biafra under self-determination. And IPOB have been maintaining self-determination, and today there is no blame. So we continue. Thank you. So that's what we are presenting. You can now understand that the Kenya told Nigerian state, we cannot arrest him. If we arrest Nnamdi Kanu, that is to say, we will try him here. There will be no grant, which is the next step is to send him back to UK. So if you need him, anyhow you know it, you do it. But as to arrest him and register his case here under our government, under any police station, any security, no, we cannot do it. Are you getting it? British, he's a citizen too, refused to arrest him. Kenya, he came to their country, refused to arrest him. Nigeria now kidnap him. If Nnamdi Kanu committed any offense, must Nigeria commit a global international offense? The answer is no. Nigeria have been provoking IPOB with excessive force. Then IPOB provoke Nigeria with superior argument. Now, must Nigeria be provoked to the extent of committing extraordinary rendition? If IPOB that they provoked was not able to carry up a gun, that is to say, Nigeria is not a country. They don't have a government. A government that cannot follow due proceedings. But IPOB, they call state actor, which we are not. They call non-state actors. We are not, but we are state actors. So the IPOB, they call non-state actors. We can control ourselves. We can hold ourselves. We can be law-abiding. Despite they say they are running a government of Nigeria. We are not running a government. How come we was able to sustain the heat of an excessive force, extrajudicial killings of the IPOB peaceful protesters, abduction killings, missing of members, while we were burying our own? They keep killing us. We keep burying our own. Some are on bullet wounds. Some are on different injuries as it stands now. But yet, even upon the burial, even upon the invasion of the house of our leader, we was not provoked to carry up arms. Why do Nigeria claim to be provoked? They committed extraordinary rendition. That is to say, IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu beat them in the game. We beat them in the game. And we maintain self-determination. Yes, we dragged you out. You need to apply wisdom. You need to maintain international law. You don't need to breach the law. We know that you can do that. And we know there is a law you are signatory to. So even if you do that, then you have committed offense. Then how can you commit the offense and you want us to come down when our trap has catch? No, now, it's impossible. So having succeeded in putting Nigeria into mess to commit extraordinary rendition, we have achieved that very aim of provoking them lawfully. IPOB provoked Nigeria lawfully. But Nigeria provoke us unlawfully. We provoke you with argument. We provoke you with demand of referendum. We provoke you with civil disobedience. We provoke you with truth. And you don't have to retaliate with extraordinary rendition. You have to retaliate with truth also. And that is to say, you have no position to try Nnamdi Kanu because you have committed terrorism against him. In his house in Afaruku, and in Kenya, terrorism is terrorism. You cannot commit terrorism against Kanu and you'll be trying him for terrorism. You'll be charging him for terrorism. You have committed it, you have committed it. There is no excuse. That's our target, that you must commit extraordinary rendition. Or you commit another offense. And you also set trap for us that will carry up gun. So you tag us terrorists. So your own trap did not catch. Nigerian state, I'm talking to you. Our own trap have catch. You set trap, we set trap. So it is a time to surrender. It is a time. You have killed us enough in our land. You have set us up. You have recruited criminals. You have sent your terrorists to be killing us to target IPOB. At the end, Mazi Msduabuchi IPOB remains innocent, and you must free Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Omochilete. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, lovers of freedom all over the world. We are bringing this very broadcast of today to an end from Biafra Television, Europe, and from me, fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Msduabuchi. It is good afternoon.
Indigenous Biafrans. In case you never know, we are the chosen generation. In case you never know, we head into the call of our past heroes. Monsters are killing us, pressing silent, but we know that this is war. Everybody know, them know, you know, and we know. They don't want us to be free, cause we got it all. Part of this is deceiving, then we go. Every inch and every mile they think we never go. Cause we need our freedom. We want our freedom. Give us our freedom. We demand our freedom. Let the Babylon say, Jano, Jano. Let the Babylon say, Hona, Hona. Suffering and tribulation, yeah. Marginalization and lies. They never wanna see us survive. The government, they always steal and kill. They wanna blow the candlelight of generations young. I feel the pain, but I believe it later then. Biafra, the sunshine of God. Say no place like home. No place like home. Yeah, yeah. No turning back, no going back, no turning back till we take our home.